That has the weirdest taste I've ever tasted. I can't really say it's bad, but like I can't put a pin on the taste. Like I take one drink and I taste Game Fuel. Then I take another and I taste Pitch Black. I take another, I taste Code Red. It's a different flavor each time. It's so weird. Ugh. Whatever. Hey everybody, and I'm Uncle Endora here, and today I am starting, finally, my Ben 10 Yu-Gi-Oh month, also known as Monster Month. I'm finally starting it, and in case you're wondering why I hadn't started it already, I did, except like an idiot, I accidentally deleted the videos. And yeah, now I have to re-record them in the month, which is what I was hoping to avoid. I had already recorded all the Ben 10 videos, and I had started recording the Yu-Gi-Oh videos, so like I was more than halfway done with making the videos for the month, but like an idiot, I deleted them. So, getting up real early today to make these videos for you guys. And, yeah, so basically, we're talking about Season 1 of Ben 10. And Season 1 is what I like to call the Vilgax Arc. It's the season of Vilgax. We see Ben get the Omnitrix, a device that allows him to turn into different aliens. He starts off with 10. In order, there's Wild Mutt, Forearms, Gray Matter, Accelerate, Upgrade, Diamond Head, Rip Jaws, Stink Fly, Ghost Freak, and Heat Blast. In that order. And that's just the order that they appear in the opening. In the actual show, he does not unlock them in that order. Heat Blast is the first one he unlocks, and then it's Wild Mutt, then Diamond Head, then Accelerate, then Gray Matter, then Forearms, then Stink Fly, then Rip Jaws, then Upgrade, and then Ghost Freak. That is the order that he uses them in for the first time. And he's spending all summer vacation with his grandpa and with his grandpa Max and his cousin Gwen. I'm sorry. It's the pop. But yeah, so he's spending all summer with them on this camping trip, and him and Gwen don't get along. He comes across this watch after it falls from space, and he decides to use the aliens that it gives him to help people, to be a superhero, which I think that is really cool. Like, I've always that is a really cool concept, having a device that can transform you into a bunch of different aliens. Like a human that has a device that transforms them into aliens, and they use those said aliens to be a superhero. So like that is really cool. That is really cool. That's not something I've ever seen done before. I mean, I know Marvel and DC both have like alien superheroes, but I don't think either of them have a human hero who can become 10 different aliens by uh, pressing down on a watch. I don't think Marvel or DC has anything like that, which is what makes this so cool. Um, uh, Ben, he's kind of a jerky, full of himself kid after he gets the watch. Like, I mean, he's a kid. He's a kid. He's 10 years old. They make it very clear that he's 10. I can kind of forgive him for his faults. Um, and he does learn to be um, more kind, more generous, and less cocky. He does learn all that stuff. He learns teamwork and all that stuff. This is just his starting day. So of course he's going to be pretty full of himself, especially since Gwen and Max aren't doing anything to help him. They're just getting kidnapped every episode. So, yeah, of course he's going to get cocky when he has to save them every other day. So, I'm not surprised there. I'm not surprised with that. Uh, but yeah, so we get Max uh who seems to have some kind of knowledge about these aliens. And when I was a kid, I could not figure out why he knew about aliens, even though now it's freaking obvious. And I'm like, wow, I was a really dumb kid. And phone, will you please stop going off? Thank you. So, why are you vibrating? Stop it. There. Turn off all sound. Done. Done skis. So yeah, I didn't realize Max's history with aliens when I was a kid. Now it's freaking obvious. And Gwen, is she good at magic yet? Oh man, like I loved Gwen growing up as a kid. As a kid, I thought that Gwen was badass, and I had a major crush on her when I first saw her. Then again, I had crushes on a lot of tomboys. There were a lot of girls in shows that were tomboys that I had a thing for. I don't know, just the way that tomboys are in animated films and shows. There's just something so cool and awesome about them. I can't help but be attracted to them. Um, Now, like, I know quite a few tomboys in real life, and they're usually pretty cool, but not to the level that they are in animated format. They're just for some reason I'm so attracted to the animated tomboys, um, which is weird because in real life I'm not that attracted to real life tomboys. I mean, some of them are pretty, and I can admit that. Uh, but yeah, I'm not that attracted to them. So it's weird, but yeah, I had a big crush on Gwen when I was a kid, and um, uh, even back then, though, I still acknowledged that she was pretty irritating, and that she she really didn't do much. She didn't really have much of a purpose in the show for the first two seasons. Um, she didn't really have much purpose. The only purpose in the show she had for the first two seasons was to be someone for Ben to save. That's really all it was. She was someone that Ben could save. Which, honestly, saving the same girl over and over and over, and as time goes on, they become closer and closer and closer together. Doesn't that sound like every superhero romance in any comic ever? These two are cousins, and yet you'll forget that. You'll forget that so quickly because of how close they get throughout the series. You start to actually want to see them together, and then the reality sinks in that they're cousins, and you're like, oh god, no, I don't want to see them together. What am I thinking? But you continue to forget that they're cousins because their chemistry doesn't seem like they're cousins. It seems like they're two random kids who hate each other's guts at the beginning and then end up getting closer and end up caring deeply for each other by the end. So like, jeez, I don't get it. But yeah, this all leads up to a confrontation with Vilgax at the end of the season. And Vilgax is just so badass. He is one of my favorite villains in any animated show. Honestly, I would love to see Vilgax. I would love to see like a crossover between Ben 10 and let's see what's Danny Phantom. That's another incredibly well-made superhero show, but that's Nickelodeon. So what's one from Disney? Kim Possible. Ben 10, Danny Phantom, and Kim Possible. I want to see those three. Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney. I want to see those three shows come together, and they have to they bring in Vilgax and Pariah Dark from Danny Phantom, and I don't know who they'd bring in from Kim Possible because she didn't really have a villain that was on the level of like Pariah Dark or Vilgax. She didn't really have a villain like that. One that she's barely able to defeat. At least not to my knowledge. But yeah, so I would just like to see that. I just love Vilgax. Vilgax is such a cool villain, and he just sounds so creepy. But yeah, like, oh man, I am running out of time. Wow, I've wasted so much time going on about nothing. Anyway, so yeah, so this is an amazing season. Great way to start off the series. Yeah, I'm going to be bringing you a lot more videos to cover the rest of the original Ben 10 series. Yeah, you guys can look forward to that. And Season 1, probably the least interesting of the four seasons. Probably my least favorite, though I will say that final episode was awesome. And with that, I leave you. So, until the next time, take care, everyone.